Yeah, the practice should be acceptable. And why should this practice be acceptable? Bottom line, in a nutshell.
It doesn't raise prices.
The mere threat of renewed competition will prevent the company from raising prices. So it's fine because they won't end up raising prices. Does that prove that it's fine or acceptable? No, you have to make that assumption that if it won't let prices rise, then it's an okay thing to do. Like, there's no discussion about what is or is not acceptable. So this conclusion is like a kind of like a should conclusion, right? It says, hey, this is okay, this is good, this is something. You just have to say, well, you've never talked about what is or is not acceptable. So which ones were we debating here? D. Again, what type of question is this?
Assumption.
Which one? It's definitely an assumption question. There's sufficient and necessary.
Sufficient?
It's a good guess. Try again.
So sorry.
Yeah, it's necessary. Okay, so how do we know it's a necessary assumption? Depends. Yeah, so that's needed. It's must. So again, we're going to ask ourselves, does this have to be true? So does it have to be true that the only competition that it is only competition or the threat of competition that keeps companies from raising prices? What if there are other things that could keep companies from raising prices? Would that affect this argument in any way? What do you think?
You're asking just me.
I'm asking anyone. What do you guys think? Would it matter if other things could affect prices and keep them down?
No, because they're saying the only thing that matters is that the prices are down.
Yeah, it's just saying, hey, this is acceptable because it keeps the prices down. Oh, other things will keep the prices down too. That's fine. As long as this one does, we're good. So that means other things might be acceptable as well, right? Other practices that keep the prices down, but that doesn't undermine the fact that this is still acceptable. You okay with that, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so D is too strong. E is the only one that sort of ties into this idea that, hey, if it keeps the prices down, then it should be acceptable.
I was confused with that one because I thought that predatory pricing would be an unreasonable price.
Oh, well, they're saying the mere threat of renewed competition will prevent the company from raising its prices to unreasonable levels. So I think they're concerned about prices that are too high. They're not necessarily concerned about prices that are too low. Because in predatory pricing, you're dropping your prices as low as you can so that everyone doesn't make money and drops out of the market. Mm-hmm. All right, any other questions on this one? Okay.